Hi guys, Theory of Stuff, bringing you a book review on one of the most influential books that I have ever read. This book is called Seneca on the Shortness of Life. Just some background on the author. Seneca was a Roman Stoic philosopher that lived about 2,000 years ago. This book primarily discusses effective time management, focusing your efforts, and reaching a state of what Seneca describes as leisure. This book is a very small book. My copy only has about 80 pages, but it is packed with so much wisdom. There is little to no fluff in this book. It is pure gold. I had to keep myself from highlighting whole pages at a time, because every sentence was so valuable. Okay, let's get right into this. I found arguably one of the best quotes from this book right on the first page. It goes, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Life is long enough, and a sufficiently generous amount has been given to us for the highest achievements, if it were all well invested." I love the last part of that quote, if it were all well invested, because it is as if time were a commodity, which it is, the most valuable and scarce commodity. What makes it difficult to realize that is because time can neither be touched nor seen. That is why it is so hard to put a value on time, and why it is so easily wasted. I would argue that all successful people that have ever lived were experts in time management. Now let's turn time into a tangible commodity, like fuel. There is an endless amount of production that can be harnessed with the proper use of fuel. You could build, transport, or create. Or you can put fuel in a car, drive it recklessly, and run it into a stop sign. The same applies to how you use your time. This analogy leads me right into the next great quote in this book. Just as when ample and princely wealth falls to a bad owner, it is squandered in a moment. But wealth, however modest, if entrusted to a good custodian, increases with use, so our lifetime extends amply if you manage it properly. What Seneca is saying here is something that we witness many times in the modern era. When, say, a lottery winner, an heir to a great amount of wealth, or a young celebrity comes into possession of a lot of money. Oftentimes, the money is mismanaged, and they might end up bankrupt or fall into drug addiction. But no matter how much, if managed properly, money has the ability to grow over time, even while being spent. This is getting more into the principles of money and investment rather than time management, but I think you understand now how time is a resource, just like and perhaps more valuable than money and raw materials. The reason why lottery winners rarely retain their great wealth, much less grow it, is the same reason why someone might live 50, 80, or even 100 years without accomplishing much at all. We are given an unbelievable amount of time to accomplish whatever our mind can imagine. Just like the money awarded to a lottery winner can do so much good, but instead we waste our life on worthless activities and vices. And all those seconds wasted add up to a lifetime. The idea isn't to live forever, it is to build something that will. Which is what I think Seneca is getting at with "so our lifetime extends amply if you manage it properly." Thomas Jefferson lives on through the Constitution and the existence of the United States. Steve Jobs lives through every iPhone and Macintosh computer. Ray Kroc through every McDonald's hamburger produced. Martin Luther King through the integration of societies in the U.S. and around the world. The idea is not to live forever, but to live on in the hearts and minds of the people that exist after you. Seneca talks about the different men in life that waste the precious time given to them, and how they do so. One is controlled by greed, another is a drunk, another worn out by political ambition, which is always at the mercy of others. Another pursues a career not for the love of the craft, but the reward of money. Some tormented by the passion for army life, others worn out by self-imposed servitude towards thankless people. Another going through life with no plan or fixed goal, tossed about in ever-changing designs by a fickleness which is shifting. Seneca talks a lot about the preoccupied man. I find this interesting considering the modern era is filled with endless distractions, amounts of distractions that Seneca's time period can't even come close to comparison. Yet still, Seneca realized the dangerous time-wasting tendencies of a distracted mind. Seneca goes on to say, "It is a small part of life we really live. Indeed, all the rest is not life, but merely time." Isn't that so true? How many of us find ourselves passing 5 days' worth of time in order to have 2 days of living? We wish away the workday, so we can get on to more important things, which usually ends up being a 3-hour TV binge, then sleeping, regretting having to wake up in the morning for another miserable day. That is indeed not life, but time passing. Remember that time is more valuable than any other resource. Seneca wonders why men prepare to fight for their money, land, and other possessions, but allow others to invade their time. We are wasteful of that which is most right to be stingy of. He says you are living as if you are destined to live forever. Your own frailty never occurs to you. You squander your time as if you had a full and overwhelming supply. All the while you are devoting your time to something or somebody, and it may be your last. He criticizes those who plan for retirement, saying, "How foolish could you be to believe that you will even make it that long?" The time to live is now, because the past is done and the present is the only guarantee. Seneca encourages pursuing your goals now instead of putting them off for a better time, because there is no guarantee of a future and there will be no better time. To Seneca, reaching the state of leisure that he talks about involves working for and on yourself, building something that you can call your own, experience all that life has to offer. Don't die the richest man in the graveyard. Die the one with the most experiences. Don't wish away your life so you can make it to retirement. Make your whole life your retirement. Build something now so you can enjoy your life now, instead of selling your soul to the corporate machine. Don't work 5 days to live 2. Strive to live all 7 days of the week and build something that will allow you to do that. Live now, because right now is the only guarantee. I will leave you with this last quote by Seneca. The whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately. Hi guys, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and feel free to share the video and subscribe to my channel. This is the first YouTube video that I have ever made, so obviously I have a lot to improve on. If you would like to, please leave a comment on things that I should improve on. Criticism is a blessing. Thanks.